Hey traders, so let's recap from our trades from this morning, from our callouts. First, I just wanted to show you something kind of cool. This is a feature of Moby. This is a block trade indicator. And so what we're seeing here is all of the trades come through in real time, and I've got 4 columns. This one here on the left is all trades. So anything over 50,000 are coming in, and we can see all of the stocks there. The second one I've got set up for a watch list. And so we can see everything that's in my watch list as trades are coming in. We're seeing that here. And then I've got 2 other columns. One is for individual trades over 400,000, and then one that separates out the millions. So if we look at the millions today, there was $1 million on Microsoft, $1 million on Cold, 1.3 on AMD, MicroStrategy's 1 million, EEM, you see all of these, another million there, so we can kind of get the lowdown on stocks and look for additional trades. Look at this one's interesting. 4.8 million on XLF, so the financials, there's been tons and tons of prints on the financials, XLF and some of the other banks as well. So look, PLTR just came in 74.10, 2 million. Right, so we can start looking at trades for these sorts of positions there and see if there's some trades. Now when they come in, they're not done entering the trade, so what we want to do is we would add this to a watch list. We do our technical analysis, and then we would plot this on the chart and see what we have. We'll come back and we'll look at that in a couple minutes. So the purpose of this video is to see how we did. So the first one was QQQ. So let's go look at TradingView here. And for the QQQ, our good old friends here at the NASDAQ, we were bullish above 531 to 532.50, 533.04. This was our first trade. So there was a great trade set up here. At the open, we came back, bounced off R2, increasing volume here right at the open, which we expect in the first 5 minutes. And then this one went right up to our target. So from the open here, from 935 right up here to 945, we made our money on the Qs. So we're all set there. And then later on, we were bearish below 528.80. And we actually came down here below 528.80. So we shorted at 528.79. And we took this all the way down to 527.50. It came down almost to the pivot here. This dropped a little bit below. So we actually had a great trade on the upside and the trade on the downside. Now, if you were watching this yourself, you might have seen another entry on the break below with increasing volume here. So what I had mapped out is something to share with you guys in case we were bullish or bearish, right? So there was a trade here if you wanted to and would have taken it all the way to the downside, at least the retracement to the open. But if you followed the trading plan that we set up in the morning, we made money on the up and the downside. The total together was $3.34. So that's not bad. We'd be done for the day. I mean, it's lunchtime now, so you can see minion time after 11 a.m. things are kind of just going sideways. So you can watch that. Maybe around 2 o'clock it might pick up. Just keep an eye on the market. The next one we were looking at was MARA. That one was a little bit difficult. In the morning, we were bullish above 23.20 with a target of 23.54. And this popped up and tested it. That was the first test there. We never tested it. Well, pre-market, what time was that? 5:20 in the morning, we tested it. We came up. That wasn't really an entry. We technically got stopped out. This year would have been better. We had increasing volume, breaking above 23.20, but this went up to the high of 23.30 and then went against us. So I set the stop just below the open here. So we would have lost our 30 cents. Now on the other side, we were short below 22.74. And breaking down here, 22.74, we had our trade all the way down to 22.42 was our target, right about here. And then we came down to 22.31. So we scalped 32 cents and we lost 30 cents. So we were plus 2 cents on the day for this trade. So this one's kind of ranging at the moment. That would have been a good entry with this big bullish engulfing here. Breaking up to this green line here on the right hand side is daily support. We got this line here on the right hand side, so we broke above that and then we'd have a retrace to the open back to the pivot there, if anybody would have taken that. So anyway, we did really well. The MARA actually came out as a wash. So let's have a look at where we're at today for our trades. So far this week, 7 trades, 6 wins, 1 loss. And so our total wins are $26.47 per share for the week. And then our totals from when we started December 3rd all the way till now, so we have 13 trades, 11 wins, 2 losses. So we're up 37.32 on the wins, 40 cents on the losses, so a total of 36.92 per share on our wins. All right, so as a bonus, what I wanted to show you today, we were looking at the block trade indicator, and we saw a PLTR here had 7410, which is 2 million. So let's go ahead and click on PLTR. So what we see here is the print. The 2 million that we're looking at right here is 7410. It's added to the chart automatically, because what happens when you pull up any stock in Moby is instantly it shows you the top 10 trades in the last year on the chart, so you get some idea of where the support and resistance lines are. So we can see here on November 7th there was a 2.4 million, and we took off there, so 53.87. Now when we're looking up here at 74.10, maybe they're taking profit, maybe they're not, but let's go ahead and add some additional trades here. So we've got an 850,000 here, a 480,000, and then notice how they're being added to the chart on their own, right? So 418,000, 947,000, 687, 896 there, 687, right? So when we're looking at this now, when we close below this 8 EMA, we start breaking below these prints, we have this technical analysis thing. There's a high, and then there's a support there, and then there's support here. So if they're selling, then we would probably come back print to print level. And we also know that 2 million is a huge amount of money. 2 million times 74 $74. Yeah, that's a lot of money. So but if we close above that print, right, so say we come back up here 74.10, and we start closing and we close above here and make a new high, then, or we get that pattern where we have increasing volume and making a new high here, then we have the ability to go in long again. So I would wait a couple days. Now we would put this on our watch list and see how it actually goes. The seasonality for PLTR, like the red line here is the current year in this chart on the right hand side, and the green line is the historical seasonality. Now this one only goes back to 2020, so in the average of 4 years, what actually happens is in December we go sideways and down, January is a little sideways, middle of January it starts going up, so historically. So they're probably not done entering their position here, so we would just make an alert here. We're looking for increasing volume, and we're see if we can break through and close above some of these prints for a new long. And then if we're breaking down and we start making a new low and break this structure here, then we'll have retracements back to these other trades. So that means that the institutions might be unwinding some of their positions. You know, one of the things that I'm looking at is there was 2 million up here, and you've got all of these ones below us, right? 900,000, 600K, 600K, all in the 61 area. And then so if they're selling all the way back down to here, then that's pretty good profit. If you're thinking you're an institution and you got in at 62 and you're selling at 74, well, that's $12 a share, right? So that's not too bad. And like I mentioned, they could be adding to their position as well. So that's what we use this part for, is to be able to see very quickly in a couple clicks what they're actually doing institution-wise, the big money, in getting in and out of their positions. Okay, I thought that might be helpful for you. I didn't want this video to be too long. So yeah, happy trading. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hopefully you're making money on some of these trades. All right, have a great weekend ahead.